Hey everyone, it's HomerStar Fan14 and welcome to the next game collecting video, and this one's all about Nintendo Wii. Yeah? So I've got quite a lot here, so this will probably be a two-parter. I think I'm going to do, first part will be all the first-party Nintendo stuff, and then part two will be all the third-party licensed games. So we'll start off with a game that I think is quite rare among Wii owners. I don't think many people have this game, and that's of course Wii Sports. Obviously I'm joking, because it's the game that came with the system, so everyone has Wii Sports. And in all fairness, it's a really good packing game. Like, it's probably one of the best packing games. Like, the closest I could think of as a good packing game was that PS5 game, Astro's Playroom. That was pretty good. But I think this tells you everything you need to know about the Wii. Got the good sports and all that, and, so successful that they made another one, Wii Sports Resort, which was for the Wii Motion Plus stuff, which is basically what the Wii was supposed to be, but the Wii wasn't good enough for that yet, so we had to make another one, and it was Wii Sports Resort. I think I actually kind of prefer the original Wii Sports more than Resort. I think that's just because it's easier to play Wii Sports. Like, you don't have to worry about, with Resort, you've got to make sure everyone's got Motion Plus, and that can be really awkward and that. But no, I really like. I think these are two both good games, and I feel like it's nice that Nintendo did do another sports game last year, because I feel like they need to rely more on their like these casual sort of fun party games. Like, that's gonna be the first section, is all the Wii games. So let's move on to the second one, which is gonna be a bit awkward. And that's Wii Play Motion. Yeah, you're probably expecting a Wii Play, but I actually don't own Wii Play, which is very strange because everyone had Wii Play because it came with a Wii remote. But I definitely had Wii Play, but I sold it, and I'm not sure how I sold it, because I thought the whole point was that you couldn't resell it because it came with a Wiimote, but apparently I did, and yeah. So anyways, this is the sequel, Wii Play Motion, which is all with Wii Motion Plus, and I like Wii Play Motion. I think it's definitely better than the first Wii Play. It's got some fun modes in it, like the ice cream mode and the I can't remember the other stuff, but I think Wii Play Motion is just a better version of Wii Play. It's got better mini games in it. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it. I think it is really good. Next up, we've got probably one of the most underrated games on the system, and that's Wii Party. Yeah, I absolutely love Wii Party. I think this game is so much fun. Like, I actually would say this is better than the Mario Party games on the console. We'll get to them later, but I actually like this more than Mario Party. The Mario Party's on Wii. I think it's just that this is a lot more. I like the fact that you can use your Mii's. It feels like this is a lot more like. This is a lot more casual fun. Like, I can play this with my mum, because Mario Party is going to be a bit too overwhelming for her, but Wii Party we can play easily, and that's what I like about it. We can just play it together, and it's really fun. Yeah, I really, again, I would love Nintendo to do another Wii Party. Like, we'll call it Switch Party or whatever. Yeah, really good. And we'll do these next two together, and that's Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus. So yeah, like, unfortunately, I've got the balance board. I'm not gonna burn it down because I can't be bothered. But like, it's one of the things I found out that Wii Fit Plus is just Wii Fit but better. And I tried to sell Wii Fit to my retro shop, but he wouldn't take it. And you know what? Fair enough, because it was without the balance board. Wii Fit without balance board is basically unplayable. So I can understand why he didn't take it. But I wish I'd known ahead of time that Wii Fit Plus was just Wii Fit but better. And I want to get Wii Fit U as well, which is probably again just Wii Fit Plus but better. But still, yeah. I mean, I bought these games because I wanted to do more like exercises and that, and unfortunately I haven't done it as much as I wanted to, but I still go on it every now and then, if I want to like do some exercises and that, and it's you're not going to get like an actual like proper workout with these games, like you're not, but I still think they're pretty fun, and I feel like you can still you can definitely like work off some like calories and that, or whatever it is you do when you work out. So yeah, they're pretty good. Right, next up we've got the Mario section, which is, I've got a lot of Mario games. I didn't even realise how many Mario games I had until I stacked them all up. But let's start with the two best ones, Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2. I mean, what do you say about these two games? Like, they're basically the best. There's two of the best Mario games of all time. Like, I would definitely put them up there. I don't know which one I like more. That's the hardest part, is that they are both fantastic games. I guess if you had to, like, hold me down, I guess I would say Galaxy 1 is the better game because it was the first one. But I don't think Galaxy 2 is terrible. I feel a lot of people are way too harsh on Galaxy 2. I think Galaxy 2 does enough new stuff to justify itself. I mean, apparently Galaxy 2 was meant to be like a DLC for Galaxy 1, but because of the way the Wii was made, they couldn't easily do DLC, so they just made another game. Which, yeah, I mean, like I said, Galaxy 2 does some good stuff. Yoshi's in it, and that's any game with Yoshi is good. So, yeah, again, what else do you want me to say? Galaxy 1 and 2, they're both fantastic games. I need to actually I think I need to play Galaxy 1 again because it got put on the 3D All-Stars pack, and I need to play that. Yeah. And, speaking of Yoshi in games, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Yeah, they're good. Like, I was just thinking about this earlier. It's like, when I had a look at this, it's like, it's hard to distinguish the New Super Mario Bros. Games from each other. Like, I feel like if you've played one of them, you've kind of played them all. And I'm saying this as someone who recently sort of beat them all, like, last year. They're good games, but it's just, like I say, they're all just the same. They're just all the same game. Like, again, good games, but... And I definitely I'd say this is probably one of the better ones. I'd say this and DS are probably the best ones. So if you want to, like, play one... Obviously, this has got multiplayer, but I've never been able to do the multiplayer because I have no friends. No, just kidding. I've just never had anyone to play these with. But, like... Obviously, the multiplayer is definitely chaotic in that, and a lot of people probably don't like the multiplayer, but... Yeah, I still think it's... If you're going to get one, I'd maybe say this one, or maybe the one on Switch, but I guess you can just, like I say, get any of them, except for the 3DS one. That one's kind of not great. We'll get to that when we get to 3DS, but yeah, I still like it. Now we move on to the Mario spin-offs, and first off we've got probably one of the more underrated games. Well, maybe not anymore. I think people are loving this game now, and that's Super Paper Mario. So I think I recently rebought this game. I've not played much of it, but I've seen like people talk about it. I watched Alejandro's Let's Play of it years ago. And yeah, I really want to get into this one. I kind of want to get into the Paper Mario games. Well, I want to get into the early Paper Mario stuff. I can kind of avoid the later stuff. But yeah, I really want to get into this one because it looks like it'll be fun. Yeah, I've really got nothing else to say. It's just it's Super Paper Mario. And yeah, as I was saying, is like when this first came out, people hated it because it wasn't an RPG and that. And then I think... I'd argue that with the later Paper Mario games, people are now looking back on this one and going, it wasn't that bad. Like, I think people are now coming around to this one. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Like, from what I've played of it. Next up, we've got... I think this is one of the highest selling games on the console, and that's Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, I actually recently was playing Mario Kart Wii because when I was younger, I used to use the Wii Wheel, and... It's only like recently I've realised that's a terrible way to play this game, so now I've been playing it with a controller, and it's made me realise, yeah, this game actually is really good. And I mean, people are still playing this game. I mean, there's obviously the groups who are still playing this online, and they've managed to bring online back for this and all the custom tracks and that. I'd love to try and use a custom track on this game, but I don't know how to do that. I'm nowhere near clever enough to like mod my console, and I almost don't want to because I worry I'd mess it all up and that, but. Yeah, this is still like... This has got some great tracks in it. Coconut Mall, Mushroom Gorge, Cooper Cape. But I'd argue this probably has some of the best like tracks in the series. I think it's up there, you know. Yeah, Coconut Mall, Grumble Volcano is also amazing. Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road are also pretty cool. Yeah, I'd argue this is... I'd put it down. This has some of the best track designs in the whole series. Yeah, like... It probably is up there as one of my favourites in the series. Yeah, really great. Oh, so I mentioned these briefly earlier, but now we've got Mario Party 8 and Mario Party 9. Okay, I'm mixed on these games. Mario Party 8, I've had since it sort of came out, and I didn't really like it. And I don't really know why. I think I was just too young to really understand what Mario Party was. Mario Party 9 I did like, though. And honestly, I don't think Mario Party 9 is terrible. I think people are too harsh on Mario Party 9 in some cases. I'll definitely agree that the car is not great, and I'm kind of glad that they're moving away from the car now. But I do think if you kind of like judge it on its own thing, I think it's okay. And as for Mario Party 8, I've actually come around to Mario Party 8 now. I actually do think it is a good game. I think some of the mini games do suck because they require you to use the waggle, and there are some awful mini games in there. Like that chimp one is so bad. But I think these two games are both okay. I feel like they're maybe a little bit too overhated in some cases. Mario Party 10 is not good though. I think that Mario Party 10 was when I think it went too far and why Mario Party kind of went into a coma until the Switch brought it back. But yeah, I'd say they're both okay. And now we've got the Mario sports games, and here we go. Probably one of my favourite Mario sports games, Mario Strikers Charged Football. Or I believe this is just called Mario Strikers Charged in America, but it's got the football added in because it wants to try and sell more copies over here. This is so good. Yeah, like, this... It feels so weird, like the way that it's like the serious Mario game, but I just genuinely think this is fantastic. Like, it's already a sport I like in football, and making it Mario themed is just makes it even better. Just like, I think I played this with my brother a couple of times when we were younger, and we both loved it as well. And it's just, yeah, Mario football. I still need to play more of the Switch version, but it's still nowhere near as good as this one. Like this is the king of Mario. I don't want to say the king of Mario sports games, to be honest. I think this might be the best one. Just, yeah, just fantastic. Next up we've got, so this is actually a port, the new play controls Mario Party Tennis. So yeah, new play controls, if you don't know what that was, it was a very short-lived series where Nintendo took their GameCube games and ported them to Wii. And by short-lived, I mean they only made 4 games, or a couple more, and I think a couple more in Japan, but I think there was 4 games. There was this one, there were Pikmin 1 and 2, and I can't remember what the 4th one was. Oh, I genuinely can't remember now. That's going to bug me now. I genuinely don't know what the 4th new play was. It wasn't Metroid Prime because that got bundled together in the trilogy. Oh, that's going to bug me now. But yeah, anyways, Mario Party Tennis, it's just Mario Tennis. It's fine. And obviously, it's got the wacko controls, motion controls, which maybe makes it not as good as the GameCube version, but I never bought it on GameCube. I just bought this because I guess I just wanted it, because whatever. Yeah. Yeah, still good. Donkey Kong, that was it. I just remember what the other new play controls was. It was Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, because so you can play about the bongos. So yeah, I just remembered that. But at least, thank goodness I remembered what it was before this video ended. But yeah, it's just Mario. It's just, in other words, it's got the words, it's just tennis. Yeah. Next up, we've got probably one of the more, I guess, not underappreciated, but like more forgotten like sports games, and that's Mario Sports Mix. So this was 3 sports. So it was dodgeball, basketball, hockey, and volleyball. So yeah, 4 sports in one, which means they're not really very fleshed out. It's fine. It's okay. Like I actually quite like dodgeball in here. It's quite fun. But yeah, like I said, because it's 4 sports in one. None of them really get a chance to be fleshed out in a way that, like, you know, Mario Tennis or Mario Strikers is. So it's just, if you want to play these sports, but you want to play them in with Mario characters, then you can do it, I guess. I'm going through these a lot quicker. I guess there wasn't a lot that I needed to say. Right, now we've got the Mario. Well, so technically still part of the sports section, but also the crossover section, because we got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, which is a stupid title, which should just be called Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics, and Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. Okay, so hot take: I like these games. I know a lot of people like just deride them as just being like mini game compilations and like the dumbest crossovers for these two, which I can understand that. Like after all these times Mario and Sonic finally cross over, it's for an Olympic game. But I actually find them fun. I think these are really nice little, like, crossover, like, little Olympic game stuff. I just have a lot of fun with them. I think this is my favourite one. I think the London 2012 one is the best one. Winter Olympics is definitely good because it's got a story mode in it. And the first one is definitely good as well. Like, I like all of these games, and I feel like maybe people are unfair to these games because, you know, they're Olympic games. I think I have every Olympic Games game now. Well, all the console ones. I've not got the handheld stuff, but yeah, I've got all of these. And I like all of them. I think they're all fun games. They're just nice little games to have, like, to play with your friends if you want. Yeah. Alright, so next up we've got technically still the Mario section, but technically not, because this is the other Mario characters that have their own series. So first up we've got probably one of my favourite games on the system, and that's WarioWare Smooth Moves. This game, man, this game is so much fun. So WarioWare, the whole got the quick micro games, and the Wii version is the best one because you have to move the Wii remote in different ways. So at the start of each mini game, they'll use you'll see there they'll give you a different form that you have to do. So they're the dumbbell, so you've got to hold the Wii remote like this, and then you can do it like that, and things like that. So you can see some of that there. So you got, I think you can see there the waiter. So you got to hold the thing like that, and then you've got to try and move it and not drop the broom. There's so many and they're quick fire and that, so you've got to try and figure out how to do it quickly. WarioWare as a series is probably one of Nintendo's most underrated. I don't think there's a bad game on the series. The closest I could maybe say is DIY on DS, and that's only because it's basically more of a program than a game. But they're all still fantastic. Even the one on Switch, which I wasn't the biggest on, I still liked it. I think every WarioWare game is fantastic. And yeah, they just put the GBA one on Switch Online. I'm hoping they put Twisted on Switch Online, because they're doing that Kirby game on Switch, the one where we have to actually move the Game Boy, because that never got released over in the UK, strangely enough. So hopefully they can put it on there so that we can finally play it. But yeah, really good. Next up, a game I actually only beat last year, Wario Land: The Shake Dimension. I believe this is called Wario Land Shake It in America. I actually like this title more, Shake Dimension, it sounds better. This game looks gorgeous. The graphics, even if you can see, it's all hand drawn, and it makes this game still looks great. A lot of issues with I guess a lot of issues with 3D games is that they're always going to age badly, whereas I'd argue 2D games age a lot better, and this is a great example of a game that ages better, a game that has aged way better than a lot of other Wii games because of the graphics, because of the graphical feature. Yeah, it's really good. It's quite hard. I struggled a lot. The bosses were really annoying in some places, but yeah, I would definitely recommend you pick this up because it's brilliant. And unfortunately, this is the last Wario Land game, I believe. Yeah, I don't think we've had another one since, which is such a shame. Who made this game again? Oh, I can't. Who was the company who made this? I can't remember. No, it doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure the company. I think it was Good Feel. I think the guys who do the Epic Yarns games, the Yoshi crafted stuff, I think they made this game. Don't quote me on that, but I think they did. And yeah, it'd be nice to see another Wario Land game in this style, or maybe even just a port. I mean, we're getting some Wii games ported to Switch, which we'll get to say soon. But yeah, this would actually be. I think this would benefit from a Switch port. To be honest, I don't think a lot of people have played this game, so. Yeah, if you can find a copy of this, definitely pick it up. Now we've got the Donkey Kong section, so we've got Donkey Kong Jet Race, or Barrel Blast if you live in America. It's time for the biggest hot take of the video. I kind of like this game. I like it. I like it. I mean, I haven't played it since I was a child, and I remember liking it when I was young, but. And then it confused me and then everyone online kept saying that this is the worst game I've ever made, and I'm like, why? It's not the worst game ever, is it? I need to play this game again to see if everyone's right and this game does suck, but I think it's pretty fun. I think people overreact a little bit by saying that this is an awful game. I think it's completely fine. So you've got to use the Wii remote, and nunchuck to shake and on the bongos, and then that makes you go faster, and you've got to go left and right that way. So it's motion control, which is probably why people don't like it, but I still think it's pretty fun. I think people unfairly trash this game, and maybe in some cases it's just people who haven't played the game saying it sucks because of motion controls. But I'd say give it a try. If you don't like it, then that's fair. But yeah. And last one in the Donkey Kong section, we got a much better game. Even I'll admit, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country Returns. The Donkey Kong Country games, they're all good. Again, I beat them all a few years ago. This included, and they're hard games, but they are fun. They're very rewarding when you beat them. And I think I'd still say the Tropical Freeze is the best one, but this one's definitely good as well. So I think there was a 3DS port for this one. So I don't know. I think that's better in some places, but I think they're both fun. I think they're both good version, so you can like literally play either one and it'd be fine. Huh? But yeah, still good. Huh? But now we've got the last bit of the Nintendo section. So this is just everything else. Huh? So like all the other games. So first off, I mentioned this briefly. So Kirby Adventure Wii, huh? Or Kirby Return to Dreamland in America. Just a lot of games that got renamed over here. It's strange. So yeah, you probably know about this one because this one, I believe, just got released for Switch. Like the Switch port got released. So I mentioned this in my anticipated games video. Not the most excited. I like this game. I really do. I think it's brilliant. But not that excited for the Switch port because I think I kind of said like I don't think this really needed a Switch port. Like of all the Kirby games to get of all the Wii games to get a port, I didn't think this one really needed it. But you know, I think they've added enough to it to make. It seems like they've added enough to it to justify it. Like they've added like a extra mode to it. They've added more power ups to it. So I might pick it up. I probably won't get it like straight away. But I could see myself, and you know, having games on Switch would be nice. I just felt like there are more games that would have benefited from a port on Switch than this one. But yeah, this is still a fantastic game. Get me wrong. This is brilliant. I mean, this was the first Kirby game I played, and I think it's really, really good. So if you haven't played the Wii version, then definitely get the Switch version, because yeah. And next up, this one's not too great. Pokemon Battle Revolution. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. It's like Pokemon Stadium, but not. Is probably the best way of saying it. Is that they tried to do Pokemon Stadium, but didn't do anything that made Stadium actually fun. So there's no rental Pokemon. There's no mini games. It's just if you've not got like Diamond and Pearl or Hot Gold and Soul Silver to port your Pokemon over to, it's not very fun because again you only get like if you don't have the other games, you have like passes for Pokemon. So you can only use specific Pokemon. It's like I kind of wish they'd done the Stadium thing where you could at least rent the Pokemon because that's just a lot more fun and it makes it a lot more interesting. And I don't think there's any 2-player mode in there. Oh, there might be, but I don't know if it's like I don't know if that's just you have to like. It's only if you've got like. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, it's just a pretty mediocre battling sim, I guess, but not even that. But not a lot of content to it, which is a shame. Especially interesting. I think I read somewhere that this was going to be like they originally planned this to be a sequel to Colosseum and XD, and. The fact that we nearly got another Colosseum-like game for the Wii and we didn't upsets me so much. Like that, I cannot believe we nearly got another Colosseum game. Just, damn you, Pokemon. Oh, next up we've got one of the most underrated games on the system. Probably not as underrated anymore because I think people are now understanding how great this is. Sin and Punishment: Successful Disguise, or Star Successor. Again, another game that got renamed over here. But yeah, this game is really good. It's like I guess it's like a run and gun type game, which is perfect for the Nintendo Wii. It's surprising that they didn't make more of these for the Wii, because like you move with the control stick and then you can aim with the Wiimote. It works really well, and it's just really fun. Quite hard in some places, but still really fun. Really, really recommended if you get it. Because it's what I was saying about the Switch, that this would have benefited from a port way more than Kirby, because people love this game, but not a lot of people played it because you know it was on the Wii. It was like I think this was an early Wii game as well, and it got no marketing whatsoever. But it is fantastic. Yeah, if you can find a copy of this, pick it up because it's great. Oh, but speaking of amazing games, no joke, one of my favourite games of all time. Punch-Out! I love this game. Genuinely. Like, I think this is the game I've replayed more than any other game. Because it's so much fun. Like, I love finding out, like, knowing all these, like, strategies to beat the boxers and being able to knock them out, like, immediately and getting star punches and that. I love this game. Again, if they put it to Switch, I'd get it straight away. Because I really want another Punch-Out game, guys. Come on, please, more Punch-Out. It's just the best game ever. Genuinely, like, it's in my top 10. Just please, sequel. Please give us a sequel, guys. Give us a sequel. And the last one on the Nintendo section is, of course, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Probably the most controversial game in the Smash series. I like it. I still think this is a good game. I don't hate it. Yeah, I think people are way too harsh on this game in some places. I think it's a lot better than people give it credit. I would probably go back to play this game. I would probably go back and play this game more than I would go and play like the Wii U version. And mostly it's because of Subspace. I think the Subspace Emissary it's the perfect selling point. The story mode. Of course, this is actually a big game because it was the first game to feature third-party characters, Snake and Sonic. It also helped that this was I'd argue this was the first game I was really excited for. When this game was coming out, the hype I had for this game, because I loved playing Melee on the GameCube. Knowing that another one was coming for the Wii, those days waiting was so hard, and then I finally got it, and yeah, I played it non-stop. Me and my friends used to play this all the time. I just love it. I just love it. Just one of my favourite games. It's probably not my favourite Smash game. I still would probably say I prefer Melee over this and Ultimate. But I think the memories that this game gives me is just... You can't beat memories like that. And yeah, this game just gives lots of memories. So thanks, Brawl. Although I feel like I'm having the issues people say that... Right, there's an issue with Brawl is that sometimes it doesn't work a lot, and I'm finding out that whenever I try and go back and play it, it does crash a lot more than other games, which is unfortunate. But oh well, it's still a great game.